Do you have an idea of what you want to do once we cut it?
I want to cut off everything and then fade. Maybe like a high fade.
All around?
Everything, yeah.
So we cut it low and then a fade all around?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it, bro.
So this was in Dallas, Texas. I'm sure you guys recognize some faces in the back. So this client, he came in, he said, let's cut it. So I basically ran an ad on Instagram and I told people, look, free haircut, you know, my usual. And since I'm not from Dallas, you know, obviously I didn't have any clients over here. So he signed up, he sent a picture, he said he wants to cut it. So that's what we doing. So we're gonna start by freehanding everything. If I run a guard through, it's just so long and thick, curly, that it'll snag. It'll just make it more difficult. So I'm gonna freehand the bulk of it off, and then we'll proceed forward. It's like shaving a sheep. It's amazing. Hair is amazing. After that, I'm gonna pick it out, because when you trim hair, when hair is so matted like that, it's like compressed. It's tight, so you gotta stretch it out and kind of make it rise up so you can trim it to a good length. So at first, I took a 3 just to kind of see his growth patterns. I don't want to go too short at first, and then it'll be too late to kind of put hair back on. So I'm doing this just to be safe. And I thought there was a washbowl here, but unfortunately there wasn't. So I didn't even really get to shampoo his hair. I ended up just rinsing it with water. It helped a little bit, but I definitely needed to shampoo it. I have a shampoo bowl at my home base for this exact reason. Because when you're cutting off this amount, you have to shampoo it. Fortunately, his scalp was clean though. Like, I would have been in some big trouble if he had like scalp flakes and stuff. His scalp was very clean, which was good. But sometimes just that shampoo will get it to lay. It's still used to being curly right now. That's why it's not laying. If I were to shampoo it, it'd lay right down easily. And now I'm taking it to a lower length for it to lay down nice. So this was after I rinsed it, and I want you guys to keep in mind, obviously this isn't my best work because of the conditions I was working in. You know, obviously I'm away from home. I don't have my tools. I didn't have my enhancements. I didn't have all my sharp trimmers. I just had a few. So just keep that in mind. And the shampoo, that was like the biggest thing, because like even right here, his hair is like growing backwards, and if I just would have shampooed it, man, it would have made so much better, like a difference. It would have laid all this hair forward instead of like just how it grows. It would force it to lay it forward. But it is what it is. So we're gonna do the same thing to this side. And I'm using my JRLs to fade just because of the runtime, man. These things, I cut like 7 people in a row. And mind you, I'm recording all these cuts, so they're taking, you know, at least an hour plus. And these things have a runtime of 4 hours, so I'm not an ambassador for any clipper company, so I have a completely unbiased opinion. I'm using these because of the runtime. That's it. I personally like the clippers I'm using right now a little bit better, just because they fade better. But yeah, with all that clipper stuff, to me, it's like battery life. That's what stands out. What can charge fast? What's gonna be most efficient? All I care about is like shears and like trimmers. But clippers, I mean, they all cut. It all does the same stuff. Sure, there's better ones, but man, give me one with a good battery and I'm set. I'm set. So as you can see, we got his hair to lay a little bit better after washing it with water, but we gonna do our best. So I'm gonna start in the back with his shape up. We got my boy Jeezy in the back, 360 Jeezy. And these aren't zero gap, so these aren't that sharp. I could kind of press hard with these. It's kind of why I like them. TSA took my Easy Blade razor, even though there was no blade. I guess they had a policy. I've flown with it many times before, but for some reason they took it. It is what it is, though. So I had to use Wavy Kid Kev's razor. Shout out to him. He let me use it. And we're doing the same thing we do even when we back home. We start in the middle, walk it to one side, I like these clippers these trimmers for the C cup. These things are sharp. They're a little too sharp too. Sometimes they cut a little too sharp, but trust me, these the ones. I'm gonna connect his lineup to the other side. But the shop was dope, man. Shout out to the owner for letting me and Wavy Kid Kev cut there. The shop was dope. They had like it's like a streetwear apparel barbershop. I'm not that into clothes personally, but it was a dope experience in a great neighborhood. I believe it's called Bishop Arts District. Great neighborhood. So now we're gonna spray some enhancements before we detail the taper. As you can see, them tapers looking iffy. That's something you guys gotta realize too. Like when we at shows and stuff, the cut ain't gonna be the best. Like if I want to cut someone's hair, I'm gonna fly them out, or like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to cut them in a away from home setting, because that's not my best work. My best work is gonna be in my city, at my station. Like that's just gonna be where my best work is performed at, you know? Now a true artist can perform anywhere, but y'all get my point. So this is the before, and this is the after. It's your boy Foreign, I'm out. Peace.